What's up, everybody? I am the Sports Judge. Welcome to my channel. Before I go any further, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button for me. I really would appreciate that. What happened, Philly? Rocky Balboa never got his ass kicked this bad. What happened to the Eagles? So, what's the narrative now? That the 49ers thrashed the Eagles? They came into Philadelphia and beat the living crap out of the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is not me coming off as a troll. I'm not trying to be funny here, but the Eagles got their asses kicked. Plain and simple. They did not look, the 49ers did not just win. They totally dominated the Eagles. It's crazy how the Eagles fell apart like a house that had been blown away by a tornado. I mean, it was that bad. It was a massacre. The 49ers go on the road and put up a number. There was a lot of talk before this game. There was a lot of trash talking going on. The final word goes to the San Francisco 49ers as the 49ers dismantled the Birds at their place. The odd makers expected the Niners to win, but not like this. Nobody, I think, expected this game to unfold the way it did. That was a beatdown. That was an epic beatdown. I mean, they got it handed to them. And the quarterback we worried about when this team was in a bit of a slump, Purdy was absolutely sensational once again. The stats speak for themselves. I mean, this is a guy who continues to get better. His stats have shown that. Just unreal. He seems to be improving rapidly. For me, it's his poise, decision making, and demeanor. I always said this about him. He's calm, treats every game as the same, comes in with that same attitude, a winning mindset. And quite frankly, if you can do this to the Eagles, you are clearly, or should be anyway, in conversation for MVP, or should, you should be in discussion, okay? It's just that simple. Judging by this big time performance, their sheer dominance, I think we can say the 49ers are for real, ladies and gentlemen. You just took down arguably the best team in the NFC. I was saying the Eagles were the best team. But look, a healthy Niners team is the best team in the NFL. They showed it. I think that's a fair assessment after what we've got on Sunday. You got to tip your cap to the 49ers, man. You got to give them some love, man. And I think we can say the Eagles are relentless, just not better than the 49ers. This was proof of who these Niners truly are. If you didn't already know, you know now. The Purdy and Debo connection was strong. Man, Debo had himself a day. And as good as the Eagles defense has been all season, these guys couldn't tackle. Clearly had no answer for Debo, who was able to do whatever he wanted. I mean, he did whatever he wanted against this Eagles defense, man. He torched them. He absolutely torched them. Ran all over them. I don't know if the Eagles secondary had trouble with communication, with all of the motions from the 49ers, or what it was. But the secondary was carved up easily as it seemed lost out there. Missed tackles and blown coverages. I mean, it was all bad for the Eagles, man. It's like the Eagles didn't even show up for a football game. They forgot they had a football game late Sunday. I don't know what it was. A reality check isn't the worst thing for Hurts and Sirianni right now. Playing like they did on Sunday, I don't see a scenario where the Eagles can beat the Niners if these two teams were to meet again somewhere down the road. I just can't see it as of right now. At the end of the day, nothing but respect for the Niners, man. The Niners went in there and they did what they had to do. to grind out the victory. And playing like this, they certainly can win it all. San Francisco is loaded. The 49ers earlier in the year was my Super Bowl pick, if you guys might remember. I did several videos talking about how good they were. Then they came back down to earth, and I jumped off the bandwagon. I will admit I did. I am obsessed with their elite talent, obviously. And I will say, when healthy, this team clearly checks all the boxes. No questions about it. You would be crazy to rule this Niners team out. You would be absolutely insane. The Chase Young deal helped unlock a talented defense. I think that made all the difference for the defense. The defense kind of found itself again. But any advantage the Eagles may have had over the 49ers is gone now. It's gone. The momentum is lost. San Francisco won in Philadelphia. They won in the trenches. And they did it in bad weather. The 49ers built a comfortable 21-6 lead, but the advantage suddenly shrunk. There were the two personal foul penalties in the game. One of them was obviously levied against linebacker Dre Greenlaw right before an altercation with Eagles head security Dom DeSandro, however you pronounce his name. Please forgive me for butchering his name. I'll just say Dom, who appeared to push Greenlaw away from Smith. It was a heated exchange that resulted in 2 injections, right? Getting penalized put the Eagles in scoring range, and they soon delivered, cutting the Niners' lead to 8 points, 21-13. So as their lead somewhat vanished or disappeared, whatever word you want to use, Jalen Hurts scored. Great effort from Niners linebacker on that play, Fred Warner, who tried to knock the ball away from Hurts, but Hurts was able to reach the end zone and score. A pissed off Kyle Shanahan stood on the sideline. I don't think I've ever seen him, not once, that livid. I don't think I've ever recalled him being that angry. I'm used to seeing notably him have a more even-keeled approach, but I understand why he was fuming after the incident between Greenlaw and Dom DeSandro, however you say his name again. After the game, Kyle Shanahan met with reporters. He told reporters after the game he tried his hardest not to lose his mind. That's the emotion you want to see from your players and your coach. You love that emotion, right? That's what you want. Football is a game based on emotions. You love it, right? After that, you saw a different 49ers team. One that looked angry. One that had a purpose, right? They were playing mad. They turned up their intensity and enjoyed the most productive day. It was how they responded. It didn't take much to set off the 49ers. And one thing you don't do is piss off a team as good as the Niners, because they will unload on you. And we saw them do just that. They unloaded on the Eagles, right? They went off on the Philadelphia Eagles. All it took was that altercation, that one little incident that just flipped the entire script, right? And they did just that against the Eagles, and there was no stopping them. The explosive score the 49ers delivered after Greenlaw's ejection went a long way. It changed the personality of the game. It fired up the Niners. Brock Purdy rifled a deep out to receiver Brandon Ayuk to convert on 3rd and long. Then after Christian McCaffrey doing what he usually does, showcased his explosiveness and incredible speed. He was knifing. He knifed his way for 16 yards. And then that's when Deebo Samuel delivered on one of his daggers, man. Just a great day for him. He was awesome. Then the defense delivered a 3-and-out. Linebacker Orrin Burks, who replaced Greenlaw, stonewalled Hurts, and I think he stonewalled Hurts on, if I'm correct, on a third down scramble. Hurts then left the game to be evaluated for a concussion after that play, but later did return. But man, Deebo Samuel, my goodness, man, that guy's amazing. Deebo showed off and showed out a solid performance from Mr. Samuel. Man, he was flying all over the field making plays. Special talent. He really is. The brother is special. And he had his way against the Eagles' no-show defense. I mean, this couldn't have come at a better time, right? He played a heck of a game. A difference maker on offense for sure. A stress reliever for Purdy. A weapon for Purdy. A resource for Purdy, who made great use of his versatile go-to target. Man, I mean, what a game it was for Deebo. This guy is a human highlight reel. You guys might have heard me say that about him before. There were many of them during which Samuel caught 4 passes for 116 yards and scored a career high 3 touchdowns. He went off. When I say he went off, this man went off. Okay? He was playing angry too. He absolutely fired on the Eagles. The play that I think back to was Samuel's 48-yard catch, run, and score to silence Philly. I know he put them all on mute, man. Philly was on hush mode, okay? While the Niners were in 120 beast mode. And, you know, the trolls, man, the trolls can't even see. And I know they won't tell you, but they can see that the Niners are lethal, deadly, scary, and unbeatable. Y'all gonna be talking about this 49ers team in January. Best believe that. Sunday certainly was fun for the Niners, who demonstrated that they are just as good as anybody in the NFC, if not the best team in the NFC. I think it would have been significantly different had Purdy not been injured in the last meeting. Remember, Purdy injured his throwing elbow on the first series in that game. A 31-7 loss to the Eagles in that game was a fluke. I guess you can say that. This victory showed everybody just how legit the 49ers are. The line is better with a healthy Trent Williams. Purdy looks comfortable behind the line and wasn't panicking. And most importantly, he was taking care of the football. That's what the Niners need him to do well, is protect the football. That's all they really need from him. It's for him to take care of the football. And if he does that, the 49ers can go very, very far. It depends on how far this offense and defense takes them. The 49ers defense did deliver as well, holding Philadelphia to just 2.6 yards per carry over the game after registering critical red zone stops early on. I thought cornerback, I'm not going to even say his first name, but Ward. You guys know who I'm talking about. Ward's third down pass breakup in the end zone gave the 49ers offense room to grind out early game difficulties, because they were having some difficulties early on, but then they suddenly figured things out. I did, however, and I'm going to say this, I picked the Eagles to win. Despite being underdogs entering Sunday's game, I favored the Eagles. Shame on me because I was wrong. I should have never bet against the 49ers. That's where I made my mistake. I think yesterday told us a lot about the San Francisco 49ers, that they are the best team in the NFL, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Look, they beat the Eagles, another top team in the league. They got roughed up a bit. All great teams do. They got kicked around. All great teams do. It's how you respond, and the Niners have responded in a big way. We were freaking out when they went into a huge slump and fell off this earth. And now that everyone is back and healthy, they are suddenly this hot team, right? They suddenly got hot as a team again. Maybe it wasn't a slump after all. Maybe it was just a reality check for a team that can only lose if it beats itself. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We'll talk very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.